In a major reversal, the SBA is changing how they're collecting on EIDL loans. For all EIDL loan borrowers, this is an important clarification. On the fall news, when the SBA said they were ending active collections on delinquent EIDL loans under a certain amount, and it further enhances the importance of this 60-day EIDL Goodwill Period. The first part here may not be good news for you, but the second part is brand new SBA news that will further help many of you who may be behind on EIDL payment. That piece is about enrolling in the EIDL Hardship Accommodation, even if you're behind on payments. I'll talk about that at the end. Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. As always, thanks so much for tuning in and subscribing and turning on alerts so you never miss out on any funding or business related information. I'm doing this video today because we've gotten more information from the SBA that we thought would be important to communicate further to the SBA introduction of the 60-day Goodwill Period. Back in early January, our video is the most popular and informative video about the Goodwill Period, but there was one piece that was missing. If you remember this news from back in the fall, the SBA said they were going to end collections on folks who had $100,000 EIDL loans or less. In fact, in practice, they had been doing this since spring 2022. They said if you were 120 days or more behind, instead of sending those to the Treasury for collections, they weren't going to do that. Many folks interpreted that incorrectly as a free pass. In fact, we've heard from the SBA, some folks have thought that the SBA EIDL loans were forgivable loans like the PPP program. That's not true, and now, as it turns out, every single EIDL loan that is behind on payments, if you don't catch up on your payments or get on a payment plan, and I'll tell you how you can do that, those delinquent EIDL loans will be sent to the Treasury. Specifically, here's the change that happened. But first, if you could use free money such as grants for your business, this is money you don't have to pay back. You can apply for two $10,000 grants now open on the Skip dashboard. In fact, there's 1 day left to apply for the Skip 10K 2024 kickoff grant. That's due January 31st. If you're watching after January 31st, there's the AI Innovation Grant for $10,000 due in March. You can apply for both of these in a few minutes. You can even use AI to write your answers and see if your answers are strong or not. You can see dozens of other grant and funding opportunities on the Skip dashboard and app. Just go to helloskip.com, use the link in the description, or download the Skip app in the App Store and Google Play. We're proud to be the #1 funding marketplace in the US, so you never miss out on any opportunities that may be out there for you. And by the way, if you want to see our 10K Skip Grant for Entrepreneurs winner from December, we've announced the winner on our Instagram, along with a video interviewing her. You can follow us there at hello.skip. Here's the important change, and this is due to a new law that says the SBA must do a best effort to collect on delinquent loans. This new approach, which was announced officially a few weeks back, has not been talked about in the OIG investigation. They estimated there were $62 billion in past due EIDL loans worth $100,000 or less as of last March. $62 billion, which under the previous policy would have been ignored and said, hey, you don't have to worry about this. Now, because of this new law, the SBA will be collecting on EIDL loans of any amount if you get behind, and that is why they introduced this 60-day Goodwill exception period. You have until March 3rd, 2024 to get in good standing. That means catching up on your payments once you're 120 days behind or more. After March 3rd, your EIDL loan will be sent to the Treasury, and then things become much more complicated. Of course, if you already received letters from the Treasury and you want to talk through your options, which includes writing and sending a certified letter to the Treasury, emailing the SBA, and potentially sending a note to your congressperson, we can help you with those three things. We're helping a lot of people now. The EIDL drama never ends. You can always book a time to talk with us at helloskip.com/expert-help. That link is in the description or on the Skip dashboard. So if you were sent to the Treasury before this Goodwill Period was announced and you have questions, we can do our best to help you get on the right track. From the SBA constantly assesses the implementation of its programs and makes data-driven decisions to ensure the agency remains a responsible steward of taxpayer money in supporting America's 33.5 million small businesses. Would love to hear what you think about this in the comments, but here is the good news we've heard from the SBA, which should go into effect soon. Many of you who've been behind on EIDL payments have wanted to enroll in hardship accommodation, but have been unable to because you've been behind on payments. This catch-22, where the SBA has asked you to catch up on payments, which could be thousands and thousands of dollars for you, in order to enroll in the hardship accommodation, which is basically paying only 10% of your EIDL regular payments for 6 months, 12 months, or potentially longer. The SBA has told me they're going to change this. The details have yet to be confirmed or announced, but if you are unable to get on hardship accommodation because you're behind on payments, the SBA is going to change that. So no matter where you're at, you can get on a hardship plan and get back in good standing. That is so important today because March 3rd is fast approaching, just over a month away. And the SBA is trying to communicate to the hundreds of thousands and millions of EIDL borrowers that may be wondering about payments, maybe behind on payments, what they can do. So to summarize the news today, the SBA will be collecting on EIDL loans of $100,000 or less. That's a reversal from the policy they've been doing for about a year and a half. If you're behind payments for 120 days or more, you're delinquent, and the SBA will send your loan to the Treasury. However, the SBA EIDL Goodwill Period is in effect until March 3rd, 2024. That's how much time you have to get in good standing. And fourth, if you're unable to get on hardship accommodation because you're behind on payments, the SBA should be live with changes there soon that will allow you to get on partial payments and get in good standing. As always, if you have questions, book a time to talk with us. And most importantly, if you haven't entered our $10,000 grant open to all U.S. businesses and entrepreneurs, you can enter in a few minutes, read reviews, get insights, and have a real shot at winning this 10K grant. If you want to see our last 10K grant winner, go follow us on our Instagram at hello.skip. Thanks for subscribing. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.